Hey guys, this is Odd1 Gaming. This is going to be another King Arthur Legends Rise video. In today's video, I'm going to show you my newest team for the Shrine of Storms Tarask on stage 10. Now, I had a few people ask me in the comments and on Discord saying that, you know what, since the Sergius Nerf, their team does not work anymore for Shrine of Storms 10. It's a little bit harder. So I said, you know, let me make a video showing my team that I'm using for the sake of this one. And I'm still using Sergius, right? Still using Sergius. However, he's not going to be with the Flame Relic. So this one, it's a really fun one because it's still a pretty fast team. Now, before I jump into the video, I do want to mention that there's a link in the description and pinned comment of this video that you can click to support me as a content creator. Costs you nothing, helps me a ton, and I recently received some new coupons that will give you guys some special summons and some stamina. So make sure you support me as a content creator because it helps me out a ton, right? It helps me out a ton, and again, it costs you absolutely nothing. So the team that I'm actually using is gonna be Caliburn Arthur. It's going to be Sergius, but with the Storm Relic. It's going to be Fire Morgan, and then it's going to be Nika with Flame. Now, the only thing that I think is mandatory for this team is to have Morgan's Chivalry 3, right? So that she has that defense reduction and damage taken increase be landed on the second skill. And then having Nika Chivalry 8. I've not tried without her Chivalry 8 because I cannot remove her Chivalry. But obviously Chivalry 8 for Nika means you have pretty much have Vigor set on all your team and it makes it so much easier. Again, it might work without the Chivalry 8. It might just have to play around with the speeds and with the Vigor sets on your people. But for me, this one works just fine. And it's a pretty fast one, right? It's a pretty fast one. Honestly, maybe I did not have my Iwerit built well, but my Caliburn Arthur actually did more damage than my Iwerit in this team, right? And Iwerit, keep in mind, I also use the Flame Relic. She gets normally extra boost from Nika. Still, he does so much more damage. I mean, look at that damage. And trust me, he does not have an insane build. I'm telling you from now because it has been a while since I've farmed a ton of gear to be able to get some good, to get some good gear in there, to get some gear changes, and it's still working fine, right? I don't have the most obscene set. Now, one thing that is really nice with Sergius still in this team is I think you need him to be, I think he's Chivalry 1 or Chivalry 3. Pretty much when you go into the battle, he lands that focus target, right? Every time somebody has a focus target, if they have a buff, first of all, and you hit them, you remove that buff. But secondly, every time he does his third skill, he pushes back their attack gauge if they are under focus target. So one of them lands randomly on one of the arms of the boss, and then the other one obviously goes on the boss because the boss attacks us first. And the first thing that Sergius does, as you noticed, is he counterattacks, right? Let me run this again. Let me see. Can we have that focus target not land on the arms just to see how it works? Okay, so it landed on the other arm. That one's not the issue. The problematic arm is the left arm because this is the one that pushes the boss's attack gauge by 60%. But it still should work, right? It still should work fine. Sergius still works okay with the Storm Relic because, again, he pushes back the attack gauge on everyone that has focus target on them, but then at the same time, he still pushes our attack gauge forward by 25%. Now, obviously, it's not as good as it was before when he had that, he had that Flame Relic where he boosted 60%, but right now, that Flame Relic is not consistent enough, unfortunately, because of the fact that it's not 100%. It's only 80% chance. So unfortunately, I would not advise people to try and get his Flame Relic anymore, as that's pretty much useless. I'm hoping they're gonna fix it eventually, but up until they do fix it, this one works just fine, right? Obviously, you're gonna need to have your people a little bit, tanky so they survive a couple of hits, but all in all, you see that we do plenty of damage to kill it. He's gonna do one hit, we survive it. He throws that focus target, which also lands attack speed decrease, which again, I think that comes with Chivalry 1. Sergius, which, you know what, is pretty easy to do. Just randomly farm arena and you're good to go. And yeah, there we go. That's Shrine of Storm stage 10 done by still using Sergius, right? Just a different variation of Sergius. Just instead of, like I said, the Flame one, you go with the Storm one. And it's, it's pretty good. 4 minutes, which is pretty much a minute and like 30 seconds, or the best is like a minute. That worked for me. You should definitely build this team. Now, let me show you the settings. So for the settings, I have Caliburn Arthur only using the second skill, Sergius third and first one, Morgan spamming the second one, and then Nika obviously doing the third one to keep healing and keep putting that attack increase on us. Now let's look at the builds that we have on these people. So first of all, Caliburn Arthur, not fully skilled up. Like, I didn't really care about his last passive. Honestly, I don't think most people should care about this unless there's content where he dies and you need it. So maybe in Arena this could be good, or maybe in Forbidden Dungeon Hard, higher stages. Apart from that, you mostly care about this, right? The second passive, so he does more damage with this one. That's a lot. And then also the first one, because the first one, if you have him Chivalry 1, he gives you that extra crit rate and crit damage every time you hit, and that comes up to a lot, right? Caliburn Arthur is just insane. I made a video on him going over his kit, his build, where to use him. Go check that one out. It was posted a few days ago. But yeah, that's him. Skill ups, you see the Flame Relic fully skilled up. Equipment, I'm actually running critical rate, damage set, and strife, right? So not a full set, I don't have Ascension attack, it's just some leftover stuff that I had. He's running at 4.6k attack, 50% crit rate, 116 crit damage. And honestly, I just focused crit damage over here. I would prefer to have this Pierce. I just don't have one for him in Strife. Then flat attack on this one, flat HP. Again, I would prefer this to be flat attack. On this one with just attack percent. I did not look on purpose for crit rate substats. You don't really need much because he gets 45% from his passive with the 10 as the base. That's pretty much 55%. So you're going to get some, and it's going to be... Normally, if you're on the perfect 100% crit rate, you only need him at like what, 45% crit rate to get from substats, you're good to go. But that's him. He did pretty good. Then Sergius, like I said, I used him with the Storm. I don't even have the build on him. I'm even missing a piece of gear on him with Vigor. You know what? Let me just put this random one. So even without a proper build, Sergius, it still worked. His total stat, I guess, let me unequip this so I can show what I had, right? The correct one. So 2.4k attack, 2.4k defense, 26,000 HP, 225 attack speed, and then 77% effect accuracy. For Sergius, you pretty much want him to have around 70% effect accuracy for this boss fight, and then as much attack speed as you can get him with a little bit of survivability, obviously, and then that's about it, right? That's all you care about on Sergius. He's just going to be spamming that third skill with his Storm Relic, which let's have a look now, right? Storm Relic, not even any level on it. You see, no levels at all, right? Just nothing. Just straight up nothing. He just does this AoE again. If they have focus target, pushes back attack gauge, but then also pushes our attack gauge forward. You don't really need this skilled up because he's not going to do that much damage. He's all about this. And then obviously, like I said, the passive that he brings is this one over here. When an ally's hit, he attacks him and places focus target for 1 turn. Also places attack speed decrease 2 on the attacker for 1 turn. And this one is part of the Chivalry. It's just the Chivalry 1, right? That's it. I think Chivalry 3 is the one that... Chivalry 2 is the one that puts attack focus target on somebody randomly as you go into the fight, which again, you saw we don't necessarily need it. It works even without landing the perfect one. Like when I did my first runs, he was landing mostly on the boss. It was still fine. He still lands it at the beginning of the fight because boss attacks first, he counters and throws it on him, and it still works. Next one, we had our Morgan. Obviously, Morgan fully skilled up with the Flame Relic. You want the second skill to be maxed, obviously, so you have the high chance to push back the attack gauge. Then she is Chivalry 9 for me, right? But you don't need Chivalry 9, right? Or Chivalry 8, Chivalry 8. You don't need Chivalry 8, you only need Chivalry 3, so it changes the Squall of Thorns to be when attacking, not just on the first skill. That's all you need. And then equipment on her, she's running Vigor and Accuracy at 262 attack speed, 100% effect accuracy. Again, you only need around 70% effect accuracy for this fight, and then just push as much attack speed as you can. You don't care about specific sets over here. You can go with Unity, right? You can go with a Unity set so you can get more attack to your flame heroes, flame relic heroes, but it's not mandatory. You saw it work without it. And then Nika, which again I believe it's mandatory, or if not, it helps a ton to have a Chivalry 8, right? Because Chivalry 8, she puts on everybody Spirit Spray, which means they all get 1 extra natural Vigor, which is massive, right? So I think it kind of is needed. I'm going to play around still. I'm going to look at some other teams that I can use for the sake of this without having Nika in it maybe, and see what I can come up with just to try and help you all out there. But she has her Flame Relic fully skilled up. She obviously maxed out. And then Nika's build is Vigor again with as much HP and attack speed as I could. 49,000 HP, 264 attack speed. Also, I do have like 40% recovery, because she does a ton of healing and you want her to heal as much as possible. But that pretty much is it, right? That pretty much is my team for the sake of Tarask, Shrine of Storms, Stage 10. It's reliable, it's pretty fast, I love it. I hope it helped you guys, and if it did, please like the video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next. Also, don't forget to support me as the content creator using the link in the description or pinned comment of the video. Get yourself some coupons back by doing that, and yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace, love, take care, run.
Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked, and you may prove worthy of your legacy.